Look around you. There are many things to see that some would say could never be. These things I know. It's true when I tell you so. They're there to see for you and me. Trolls and wizards and fairy kings, birds that talk and fish that sing. And if your heart is true, then you will find them too. In every wish and dream and happy home, you will find the kingdom of the gnome.
That was splendid. That was a kicker of a song. Oh, that was wonderful.
Mr. Pennypacker, thank you.
That was wonderful. That was the best David the Gnome I've ever heard. Well, Mike Matei is better. Oh my goodness, oh me, oh my, by the bayou. Well, I just stole from Glenn Farfinger. Glenn Farfinger, tell us what you think. Wow, cracky, cracky, crackies. That was quite a great song, Dark Milo.
Well, thank you, Mr. Glenn Farfinger.
And that was a great one, Dad. Dark Milo.
Well, that's thank you for the compliment, son. Billy. Oh, thank you.
Okay, all compliments aside, dickweeds, including you, Mr. No Legs. you think I was getting really nice on you? I'm gonna roll you down a hill. Okay.
Oh, his cruelty is beyond compare. He's really why I work with.
You don't really got a choice. You don't really got a choice. You're just gonna sit there on the shelf. You're just ahead. Hey, this is why kids at home, you're listening. Never get into a lightsaber battle with a master. You're gonna get your butt kicked. In this clown's case, he got crushed by a spaceship because he doesn't know crap about combat or anything. He just thinks he's that great. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do for this kicker of a show. Okay, so let's show. Let's be a little honest. Nobody here in this studio can play a Souls game. I'm not even going to play pretend anymore on that. But there's nobody here in this studio. Not even like Pooguppy Adams. Has he ever been tested? Pooguppy Adams has never been known to play a video game. I don't know if Frater ever even trusted him with a controller. He'd probably break it. He has unbelievable crazy man strength. I really wouldn't trust it. I got his art project going on, and I'm not going to talk about it. Maybe someday I'll talk about it, but this project is really getting out of hand.
I seem to be noticing you're much more tired than I remember. You seem to be always extremely overpowering and.
Oh, I'm a dominant man. I'm dominant right to the core. But no, this art project I'll talk about someday is really, it's drove me down. Drove me down to levels I didn't think. And I might have to make decisions on that project that I don't really like. I don't like, but you don't push a programmer like me. You don't push it. Okay, so Billy and Glenn, but the good news is I'm happy with you guys. I'm happy with you, and you're gonna. What's going to be going on is you're going to be playing God of War for about 4 shows. The real reality is the playthroughs of those are we're gonna try to put you on the hardest difficulty. Oh, crackies, crackies! The hardest difficulty, Dark Milo? Yeah, I'm afraid so. Because we need to keep the content levels high here on the show. But I'll see what happens because I can't have you be stuck at the same thing all the time. Because I saw that last show. That was terrible. So we'll see what happens. Okay, we'll see what happens. Okay. Oh, you guys go off. You play your game.
Well, Glenn, we're playing God of War for the PlayStation 5.
And it's a real beauty of a game. It's a absolute beauty of a game. And I gotta say, look at the snow effects. Snow effects look nice, and let's see,
Yeah, that was a beautiful song Dirk Milo did.
he's getting better at singing. It wasn't so good at first, but I thought that David the Gnome song is a really nice song. So we're walking through the snow. Yeah, maybe go to see where our son Atreus is. Or wait, did he? Yeah, he. So we're gonna go see what's going on here, and I'm gonna give a warning. This game is very cutscene heavy, though. It's the only thing wasn't a big fan of is it's very heavy on cutscenes, and like if you like do a second playthrough and you just want to get to the game, no, it doesn't let you. It doesn't let you. Oh, this wolf looks like something Jim Henson would make. Oh yeah, his name is Buster Douglas. Yeah,
the giant puppet's name is Buster Douglas. Why is everything named Buster Douglas with you?
I don't know. I think when I was young, I remember Buster Douglas knocked out Mike Tyson, but then nothing happened with Buster Douglas. Everything became a reference to Buster Douglas with me. And even Mr. Peck, he brings up Buster Douglas a lot too. Buster,
you know that there was actually a Buster Douglas video game for the Game Gear?
There was a Buster Douglas for the Game Gear, yeah. I've actually played it in the arcades. I played a Buster Douglas arcade game. It was only in the arcades for maybe like a few weeks.
Yeah, there was a lot of games that came in and out of the arcade. I mean, there's stuff like I'm sure like literally only one person remembers because literally it was that much of a flop.
Yeah, what did you think of the This is so funny because this is such a sad scene. This poor dog is dying. This guy who is like he's this kid is like crushed. And here we are talking about Buster Douglas. This is the strangest thing.
Yeah, it's because what else are we supposed to do? We're a comedy show. We're gonna not cry, And
well, I know. What are we gonna do? Up fra pursuit. Well,
yeah, I'm trying to be nice, and now the doggy's going to heaven now.
All dogs go to heaven. That's hard. And that's some tough stuff, folks. But yeah, I don't know why we're talking about Buster Douglas, but it's a cutscene. We're technically watching a movie. So now we're a React channel. Oh no, we're a React channel. We're just watching a movie.
Frater tried to do the React thing. I don't want to like kind of step on toes, but
yeah, but then nobody watches because you see what it is. Twitch is not easy to get into. You have to almost go through social media first. You have to draw people from the outside, and he doesn't care about that.
Well, the problem was he had a Twitter at one point. And he got banned because he over promoted his books.
Well, what do you expect? he sells books. He sells books.
What is he supposed to do? I mean, is he supposed to be like, I got something for sale, but I can't say what it is because of terms of service? You know, Freighter is like, fuck you. I'll, I'll walk right on your property and scream out loud what my book is. And, you know, and of course, you get kicked off the property with trespass again. Yeah, it was funny because Freighter got banned from Twitter like years ago, and it was funny because I guess because of Elon coming in, he probably thought, well, maybe now it's time to appeal. Yeah, and you know what the answer back was? Nothing. He got nothing back. They probably there's probably nobody there to even like hear appeals right now because he's Elon's like fired practically the entire Twitter staff. They haven't even like I heard that actually they haven't even paying rent on the San Francisco headquarters. Yeah, that's yeah. So I don't, sorry, Freighter. I don't think anybody's going to be answering your. Somebody's going to be answering your appeal. Well, you know, Freighter's done other things, and you know, Saturn Grad. You know, it's not. Social media is not how we do things, and that's just the way it is. Yeah, so we're still a React channel, right? Yeah, we're officially a React channel. I got a phone call here. So what? So Billy and Glenn, I see you've become a React channel. Oh no, Mr. Pennypacker, we're a gaming show. This is well, what's going on? You're watching like this cartoon or a movie? I mean, we could get in a lot of trouble with copyright DMCA. You know, I don't even know how there's people on Twitch. How they do that? How do they do that without getting DMCA and copyright notices and like? It's because it's transformative. What it is they have a webcam on and then they talk, they pause the video and then they say something or they say some over like, yeah, but actually what I think is I actually think that my view is this view and that view is that. Well, that's your view, but I don't know. That's just kind of weird to me. This is a React channel now. I don't know. I don't know if I can keep have you guys play this game. What is this, a Sega CD or something? It's like I'm not joking. Um, we can't skip this. Of course you can. You just hit the start button or the X button or the square. We've literally tried every button. Oh, there's a hand on his boobies. That's nightmare inducing. That's just to be suddenly be there and yeah, I mean it's pretty freaky stuff. I mean, imagine you had a real doll though. That I'm sure that happens all the time where all of a sudden it's just a hand appears right out there. Oh yeah, you had like a WM doll like Freighter does or something. But that's a really beautiful doll he has. The only problem is the thing weighs like almost 200 pounds. And yeah, isn't it like stuck in his office and he can't get it out? It's like 200 pounds. You know, a normal woman isn't that big. I was saying to him, I said, you better think about maybe like getting like a lighter doll or something. I mean, there's ones that are only like 3 feet tall I found, and you know they're pretty, they're cute, and you know you could just put them in the corner of the room. You don't have to attribute half the house to the doll. Yeah. He's a strange guy. I know he's a very strange avatar. Very strange AI. But I like that. I like weirdness. I like all you guys, you know. Except Dark Milo. He's a real problem. But he's just a head. He's just a head. Are you guys playing at all? Like, well, they just let us follow this lady. So you're just following random women around. You're not, like, actually, like,
playing? Well, cracky. So I guess assuming the game actually picks up. I mean, all right. Well, I'll call back if I see it's. I might have to have you guys play Fall Guys for the rest of the show, or something, or WWE or something. Unfortunately, I uninstalled WWE, so. So I gotta like give you a heads up. Uh, oh, Dark Milo, what is it? Well, there's some new news. So basically, some new news. There's basically a new WWE 2K23 coming out. Oh, crackies! Oh, that's gonna be fun. But what is in it? Because if it's just the same game with different wrestlers, that was a fear. I wasn't even going to look into the game because I was like, wow, we got this one, but I'm not really into it, and I uninstalled it for you guys because I was like, I don't want you guys to be playing this the whole time. Just like with Skyrim, even though I keep Skyrim on everything, I even put Skyrim on the PlayStation 5. Oh, is there like a PS5 version? There's not like an official, physical version. There's two types. You got the a digital PS5 version, but you do if you have the PS4 version, which we do got one here at the studio, the PS4 version of Skyrim. And so all you gotta do is put that in the machine, and then as it updates, it'll say, well, there's a free PlayStation 5 upgrade. And of course, you say yes, because wow, you want to see that thing. And he's got like yellow honey mustard on his forehead. That happens all the time to me. I don't know, strange women putting honey mustard on my head. It does actually seem to happen quite a lot in nature. Oh, I don't think so. I think that's kind of a weird coincidence. I just end up with honey mustard on my head. Okay, so yeah, so W2K23. I love the fact that we're not even like. I like the fact that we're not even talking about the game. Well, what is it? He's just walking around. We can't have the sound on it. The video editor's gay because it wants to, it wants me to pay money. It says, well, if you paid premium, which is like so much a month, you can actually change the sound quality and see the sound volume. I'm like, screw you. I want Windows Movie Maker. Yeah, it's right. Was that your aim when you got this? Yes, it was to have something like Movie Maker. On Windows 7, they still had Movie Maker. You know that? That was when those original shows I produced. But I thought Frater made those. Well, there's a lot you don't understand about anything, but I'm trying to keep things for. I'm starting to go too far. Don't worry about it. Okay. I like with Billy. Billy just you sort of tell him like, oh, don't worry about it. And he's just like, okay. Well, the problem is his IQ goes all through the roof, is because it's partly a computer. So, but when he's in computer mode, there is no way to get past that. Like he will actually figure things out. He's like a Chat GPT. He's like Chat GPT on steroids. Yeah. That would be really funny if like you did actually incorporate Chat GPT as a co-host. That would be crazy. Like that would be nuts. Don't get me ideas. Okay, so W2K23 is actually going to have a mode in it that I have been wanting in a video game since I was a kid, and it's war games. Oh my, war games! It's gonna have war games. Hey, war games. That's right. War Games has got a rule set. It originally came from Crockett, WCW, Crockett NWA, and WCW. You know, it was invented probably mostly by Dusty Rhodes. And what it is you have two rings with a cage around it. Now, the WWE version doesn't have a cage top, probably mostly because they didn't want to render that, but also because I think the WWE didn't see a point because you know nobody in WCW history ever actually, except for Brian Pillman, really nobody ever did anything with the top of the cage. You know, it wasn't like Hell in a Cell. Probably because they didn't really want it to be so much like Hell in a Cell. So they just sort of like said, well, screw it. You know, we'll just have the cage around the sides. That's fine. That's okay. Okay. So what's going on is it's going to have war games. And war games is the rule is you have a team of either, they're going to let you either have 3-on-3 or 4-on-4. 4 versus 4. So if it, what'll happen is once both teams are outside the ring, they randomly draw someone draw one guy from each team, and so they'll go at it. Then very randomly they'll decide who will go next. You know, it'll be Team A, Team B, and there will be a disadvantage, and then it'll grow and grow and grow until everybody's in the ring. And then once everybody's in the ring, well, that's the only thing. What is it, Dark Mile? Well, in WCW, the only thing is with the rules, there's supposed to be no pinfalls or submissions until everybody's in the ring. To make it fair. Because then a person get beat up, but they can't get pinned. So you could have a problem with that, and some people had that worry that the computer might end things before they even get in the ring, because if the player is the last person picked, they may never even get to play. So they had some good worries. But in the real war games, that was actually the way the rules were. So, but in this version, you have pinfall, submission, and knockout. But I'm assuming you can adjust it. So if you want it just to be submission, it can be just submission. But it's just more and more I thought about it, I just said, oh, I've always wanted war games, and it's like, oh, okay, because but I don't know. I know I'll have to pay for the accelerator. Oh, crikeys. Yeah, you'll have to do it. Yeah, I'll have to do it. So, crikeys. Oh, here. So stuff is finally happening. Yeah, it looks like it's finally happening. So yeah, that's the game, guys. And also, you can fight in the crowd, so that looks cool. So, you guys, I'll let you guys go. Beep. Wow, crikey, Billy. That's some good stuff. Okay, so we're actually playing now. It was like almost like a half hour before we actually did anything. That's a little long, Billy. Okay, so we're playing now, but man, we're kind of getting kind of clocked here. Well, Derek Milo wants us to play on hard. It's like, oh, don't get me wrong, it's challenging, but I don't know, man. Some of the bosses might wreck us, and you know what that means. It'll be just like with Dark Souls. We're not going to go anywhere. I know. Yeah. Well, that's the first death right there. That's I get a bad feeling this is going to be this is not going to be easy. This is going to be real crimey hard. Yeah. Okay, just running here, running. Okay, so we're just doing the running thing. Okay, we gotta fight these guys. So basically, your heavy attack is your juggle. You pick that guy up in the air, and then you can do some combos. I mean, don't get me wrong. On hard mode, it is fun, but it's just
Well, see, here's the problem. Hard mode, all hard mode is, it doesn't matter if you play Doom or it doesn't play if you play any kind of video game. All that hard mode is that the enemies have 90% more health than you, and you have 50% less. So even though it says you have like 100% health, but instead what it is the enemies, instead of taking out 1 point of health, they take out like 25 or something. So that's hard mode. That's all it is. So actual truth is when you play it on normal or you play it on easy, all it's saying is actually the game is actually balanced.
yeah, that's some real truths. I learned that listening to an old streamer back in 2010. And they said that, and I realized that that's the real truth. There isn't really like a some kind of amazing AI when you play on harder. It's just well, it might be like different fighting modes, different modes the RNG goes through to fight you, you know, but that's kind of the universal truth of hard mode. It's just they got more health in you and they take out more hits in you. So you have to just be perfect. Oh, we got past that. I mean, for crying out loud, that's pretty much the first fight. Well, that's hard mode. You don't have to actually do that. You don't actually have to do hard mode. So we better save. This is absolutely brutal stuff, Billy. I'm kind of glad that Derek Milo, Mr. Pennypacker, decided we should only do like half hour on the video game. Well, I find we get tired. We're older men now. We're just older. None of us are young, and like some people could do commentary for 5 hours, 12 hours. We can't. We're a half hour of gameplay with maybe 4 to 10 minutes of monologue. That's fine. That's fine. You don't. I don't know how Frater's doing it. The other show, he it's like over an hour. It's sometimes it's 2 hours. Yeah, some of those shows clock in really long. Yeah, I don't know how he's doing that. I gotta say. So I'm gonna be kind of like knocking all these boxes over in these buckets because you don't know what kind of like silver kind of coins you can find in that because that well yeah, I mean that's the nature of the game is to find the secrets, and find that stuff because well, I hope you I think it's a good game. Yeah, but you need to get the most of it. Yeah, you got to. Got about 5 minutes left here. And then do more of the thing. It was very funny though, Frater. He was always coming up with ways to you know well, yeah, he was always coming up with ways so you didn't have to
you know, he would make commentary. It's kind of nondescript, and just be kind of like a bot because he really didn't want to have to just off the top of his head try to commentate stuff like this. It's really sad because a lot of times like we can commentate, but it's like, but we like talking about other things. We don't like go, oh, Kratos is walking down this snowy path. He sees a big box. He wants the big box. He needs a big box in his life. Yeah, I mean, well, you sound like Mr. Pennypacker. Oh, crikey, I did. That's not good. No, yeah, I mean, yeah, he does, yeah. I think someday he's probably just going to make, like, a ton of ass of sound clips someday and just put them on random and then just record whatever comes from that and put that on to, like, commentary for a game. And that will be it. That will be the new Saturn or whatever, It's I think with Freighter, he just gets old. It's like, how much can you say? Like, oh, this game is awesome. This swing is awesome. The velocity of this swing is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. Well, that's a problem. Yeah, that's a huge problem, Billy. So, we're going through this cave here, and we're, oh boy. It's kind of interesting how lately we do these shows. Like, well, yeah, we're developing a cycle here, folks, of how we make these episodes. Like, usually on a Friday night and Saturday night, what we'll do is we'll do the commentary. We over the footage. we Then we send it. Yeah, you go creepy crawly here. Yeah, it's really kind of nice little cave here, little icy cave. Unfortunately, if you have a bad back, this is really looking bad. Maybe you have really bad knees. Oh my goodness, that would be terrible. Yeah, Billy. Well, see, like, then we once the voiceover's done, then we go to our video editor and we put the episode together with the music and the pictures. And it is pictures. There's no motion picture. I know it's a Saturn staple. It's funny, Freighter. It's funny. Mr. Pennypacker even said, that even if we won like a huge lottery, we would still spend nothing. We would still be having the stuff. It would be Kino. He says it's very Kino. It's very primitive. So then what it is so what it is then, and then once we got the file, we now got the file from the video editor. But once the video editor usually takes about a half hour. It does take a while, to process that, And so while we're doing that, we jump over on either the Xbox Series X, or we jump over to the PlayStation 5, either the one of the two, and we'll stream right to Twitch. And we'll create we'll be working on one of our games. We'll be making game footage that way. So it's kind of like all a multitasking process. And well, actually, you skipped one. What is it? Well, actually, it can go a lot of ways. Well, if we already got a file ready. Like say the video editor's working on it, so we play the game. So then what happens is we go back and say it's done. So then we stop what we're doing with the game. So, see, right now we're playing a new game right now, a very big, high profile game right now. But we're just starting to get into it. So then so what happens is we okay, what is it? It's funny, my brain is saying, did the PlayStation 5 shut off right now as we're doing this? And I'm like, well, I could just resume activity. So, okay, so what it is after we, yeah, then we upload the episode to YouTube. That's pretty much it. All right, yeah, we keep busy. We'll see you next time, guys. Next time.